Hello, y'all. What's up? Good morning to you. How you doing this morning? I hope you're okay, especially my main followers. I appreciate y'all so much. Much love to y'all. If you're new here, thank you for coming through here. All right? Okay. Yeah, and I'm warning you now. If you haven't been on my channel, my glasses fall. So okay. So today I want to get on a more serious note. Okay, why we need to stop spending on non-essentials, not now, but right now. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are standing at the edge of something bigger than a recession. This is what I believe. This is just my opinion. Okay. The signs are everywhere. And if you pay attention, you can feel the pressure rising. Now isn't the time for impulse buying, retail therapy, or keeping up appearances. Because when it hits, you will have to go to your plain natural self anyways. So now is the time to like your real self. Okay? You need to save up for the next 24 hours. No, 24 hours. I'm not saying 24 hours. 24 months or longer. We need to put every extra dollar into savings, investments, or essentials. Your spend account. This is the ones you have. You can spend your bills in. This is an account that you, maybe a checking account that you take your bills out of, and you have your fund in. That account should have $10,000 in it, just so you can able to maneuver and put it wherever you need to put it. As far as the bills, your emergency. If you got an old car, you should have at least $2,000 in the account. If you have a newer car that's like 2015 and up, you should have $3,000 in your account, just for emergency only. If nothing happens to your car or nothing happens in your life, then that's good. You just keep on building it. But at least $3,000 in your account, emergency funds. This is a whole separate fund, emergency. It could be a checking account too. So you have $10,000 in your spend account, which is for your bills and your fund, and $3,000 in your emergency. That's a total of $13,000 in your accounts to make sure you can weather the storm. If you got this, you know, as well as 30,000 in your savings and investments. So if you calculate that, it's $43,000 total. If you got that, then I ain't talking about you. If you don't have this, you are in a financial trouble, and this video was made for you, okay? Especially because trust me, hard times are knocking and they are coming fast. First off, let's talk about the economy. Inflation is still running wild. Inflation is when, for us that don't know big words, okay? Inflation is when the dollar uh, is not what's the word for it? It's not the damn, what is the word? Y'all know I'll be getting brain farts. The dollar is not going as far as it used to go. It's not as valuable as it used to be. Okay, so remember when you used to go to the grocery store and get stuff for $200, and you have a cart full of stuff, just a whole bunch of stuff. You can buy whatever you want, and you know that it ain't gonna be like too much over $200. Some of us remember when you can get a whole cart full of stuff when it's $100. Okay, you know. But hey, all right. But nowadays you can't even put $500 in the cart of stuff and to be full of groceries. It's just hard to make that dollar expand like it used to. So inflation is when your dollar is not valuable as what it used to be, or it's not getting you the same amount of goods and products as it used to be. So that's what it means. Just in case you want to know, I be having trouble with big words and stuff too, and breaking it down because I don't understand why they don't just say the value. They use these words so we can't understand them. So we can't flourish in a world. Okay, so I'm just letting you know the big people. They want the broke people to stay broke and the rich people to stay rich. Okay. So it makes it harder for everyday folks to keep up. Groceries, gas, rent, it's all costing more. I don't care what they say on TV. Don't let the Mandela affect you. Well, if y'all don't know what the Mandela effect is, Google it. What you know for sure, but you thinking something different because they telling you it's different. You know, if the apple is red, it's red. It's not green, okay? Whatever you see is what it is. So don't let nobody Mandela affect you, y'all. Okay, so it's all costing more. Even though the news might say inflation is cooling, the truth is wages are rising fast enough to cover these costs. Uh, they aren't rising fast enough to cover these costs. That means many of us are spending more than we make, racking up debt just to stay afloat. The numbers don't lie. Credit card debt in the US has hit an all time high, over $1 trillion. And those interest rates, sky high, sky high. Then there's the job market. Yes, unemployment is low right now, but that doesn't mean jobs are secure. And a lot of reasons why the unemployment is low and people are having jobs is because COVID hit a lot of people. A lot of people um, was unalived. So it created a lot of new jobs for people. Also, employment of entrepreneurs, like these platforms, YouTube, TikToks. It made people be like, I don't want to work for nobody else. You know, a lot of platforms are making entrepreneurs. So people being entrepreneurs help a lot of people get jobs as well. Okay, so but layoffs are creeping in, especially in industries like tech, retail, and finance. Y'all know Elon Musk is trying to make these robots and stuff. So it's crazy how these people are in uh, these businesses working for Elon and all these people to replace themselves. That's silly as hell to me. You are create your robots to take your job, and you just happy about that just because it's paying so much money. You would rather make $30 to $50 to $100 an hour right now uh than secure yourself and don't work for nothing like that just so they can't, because if nobody makes them, then they won't be invented. So I mean, it's just crazy. I would never do that. Never, never, never. But hey, to each his own. Okay? If companies are cutting costs now, what do you think will happen when the economy slows even further? We can't afford to live paycheck to paycheck anymore because one unexpected layoff could send everything into a tailspin. Global issues aren't helping either. Wars, trade disruptions, and political instability are all putting strain on supply chain. That means we're not just dealing with higher prices, we're also dealing with shortages. So I don't care who's your president, okay? Inflation, shortages, tariffs is all gonna, take effect on you. And when the basic goods becomes harder to find, people with savings will be the ones who can adapt a little better. Those without, they'll be scrambling like um, rats to survive. And it's gonna be a lot of crimes and stuff, y'all. So y'all better beware of that. When people don't have stuff to feed their family, that's why they say go on fast. So you won't act like no wild pig doing and hurting people and stuff because you're so hungry. If you only eat one meal a day, like Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, How to Eat to Live in that book, then you won't be trying to, rob and unalive people just to feed your family because y'all starving because y'all eat all day. The average person eats like 10 to 17 to 20 meals or something like that, I read, a day. And that, I mean, like not meals, but snacks and stuff like that. They eat like 10 to 20 times a day. And that's crazy. So when the food shortage is real, it's going to get real, real, real. Okay? So that's why I say Y'all better stop trying to look all good and rich and all that, because people that don't got is going to come after you first. All right. Okay. So let's not forget about the housing market. Whether you're renting or trying to buy, prices are out of control. Many economic economists are predicting a crash or correction in the near future. If that happens, it will shake the entire financial system. But here's the kicker: people who have cash saved up during that time will be the ones who can buy homes, land, or businesses at a discount while everyone else is struggling. So, you save up this money, you have all this money, this $43,000, you might be able to get a brand new house for ten to $20,000 if you smart. So be ready for the crash. You know, we not burning when we crash. We not crashing and burning. We saving up and stocking up and getting ready for it. And y'all gotta see all these high rises and big buildings is coming up. They are trying to divide the rich and the poor because it's hard to tell now. So they building up these big old places. Every time a house is bought, they are tearing it down and creating these high rises and big buildings in place of them, so that you can't even get no. So it's very important for y'all to stop living in these condos and apartments, because pretty soon there will not be no homes. In the next 20, 30 years, it won't be no homes left. Everybody will have to be, they'll push you in a building with a whole bunch of people because there ain't no homes left. So that's another thing to consider. And y'all see how bad the condo industry is going. Somebody buy your building, you don't own your house like that no more. You got to live under different restrictions and different guidelines and rules. So you have no choice but to get out of there, because they can increase you so much that they'll force you out. So y'all got to start realizing that buying homes is the best way instead of condos and apartments. Okay? National debt is ballooning and interest rates keep climbing. That means we could see cuts to public programs or higher taxes to cover the difference. Either way, more money will be coming out of your pockets. And if you're not prepared, it's going to hurt. So what can we do? Okay, it's simple discipline. Discipline is it's key. Stop buying things you don't absolutely need. Those designer shoes, the new gadgets, or the latest subscription services. Stop eating out as much. Meal prep. If you are a go type of person and you always got something going on, have you a meal prep on the day you off. Cook up some stuff, and if you can't cook, have somebody cook it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. That's why it's good to have great friends. If you got to put some money on somebody, um, pay for your friend to eat. Say, look, if you cook this, I'll buy the groceries just so you can eat more in the house. Okay? And meal prepping, just get you a whole bunch of glass container, not plastic, y'all, because that plastic got forever chemicals in it. So you don't want to use no plastic. Just get a whole bunch of glass containers and get you a deep freezer, and y'all just start cooking up meals to last you for the whole month. And she have a deep freezer, you have a deep freezer. You buy and she cook for you. See if y'all don't have no man, because if you got a man, you probably already cooking. So, okay, all that stuff can wait. Focus on paying down debt and building up your savings cushion. Okay, so a lot of y'all that's in debt, y'all so in debt now because y'all using your credit card to look. And I know women, it's a financial thing where we have to buy ourselves something to feel good. We just love to feel good. I'm a victim of this too. But you want to make sure you have a good savings. You're gonna have to deal without. No matter how bad you feel, when you're looking plain or whatever, you're gonna have to deal with that. It's so important for you to deal without. So deal without now so you can have whatever you want later. Okay, it's only gonna be 2 years, and I promise you, 2 years is. I'm on my second year. Well, I passed my first year, and now this is my second year of not spending. So I know how you feel, and I know how much my money is climbing. So I promise you, it's gonna be so good later. You just need to be around somebody positive that ain't gonna shoot you down or make you feel crappy because you your own self and your natural self. That's just it. You just gotta find somebody around you that speaks positivity in you and then help you figure out um that you don't need all that stuff. Okay? So just stop spending. That's point blank. Stop spending. You probably got so much stuff in your closet anyway. You don't need all that. Okay? Set a goal to have at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. And if you can, go beyond that. Think of this as a financial fast. Sacrifice now so you can feast later. All right? If the economy crashes or we hit a depression like state, you'll be thankful you was prepared. And what's the worst that could happen? You still have money saved, less debt, and better financial habits. What if you don't do this and it don't crash? Rather, um, the worst thing can happen is that you be balling. All right. So I mean, come on now, let's get this money. All right. Either way, you win. Hard times are coming, but with focus and preparation, we can come out on top. Let's be smart and stay disciplined and secure our futures. The next 24 months, not hours, are critical. So let's use them wisely. Y'all know about the project 2025 now. Let's be prepared and let's support our own a little more, even if you're going to support others. Okay. I'm not saying don't support others, but support your own too. You don't have to be friends with people just because you support them. Just support them. We need to build up, not build back. Build up, okay? So I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, but y'all need to save y'all money, and it's not even funny, all right? Y'all know I had to put a rhyme up in there, all right? But yeah, but seriously, y'all, um, it's scary because a lot of people that are barely making it, but they making it is gonna suffer the most. The people that are super broke and they used to starving is probably gonna be okay because they know how to get it any means necessary. And them is the ones that's gonna be the least of violence because they already not violent and they poor as ever now. The people that's poor are strong and they can weather through the storm. You know, they know how to get that food, even if they gotta ask somebody else or work for it or whatever they gotta do on the street. Some of them just used to poverty. But the people that's not used to poverty and that's going through poverty now, a little bit of poverty, they gonna be sick because it's gonna get worse. But sometimes when you go through the worst, it makes you a better person. And sometimes we need this to make us really focus on what's real and what's not, who's real and who's not, who's there for you and who's not, what's more important to you, your looks or your values. All this spiritual warfare um, is going to be exposed. And sometimes we need something like this to come out so we can all get back focused. Because I'm telling y'all, COVID did a lot for me as far as staying in the house and realizing, oh, I don't have to dress up all the time. I feel way better. I'm saving a lot of more money now. I'm not dressing up and wearing nails and doing all this stuff all the time, being out to the clubs and all that. It helps you miss your family and say, damn, I was going so much. I didn't even see my family as much as I should. So it's kind of great, so take it as a blessing. It's a way of God trying to tell you something, and you need to listen. All right. And I hope that I can help somebody today get serious about their money. 2 years, 24 months. All right. Y'all take care of y'all business and tell me how y'all doing. A year pass up and just be like, hey, I'm still on that 24-month thing. And I'm gonna be like, how you doing? And you gonna be like, I'm doing excellent, because I'm doing real good on mine. I'm telling y'all, this is the key. It's gonna hurt, but I'm telling you, when we go out now, like to go to places and we pay for other people, they be like, you sure you got it? And then we looking at each other like we more than got it, So it's very important that you do this because you can have it all the time, not just every once in a while or when I get paid or this or whatever. And then debt, as far as debt, if you have debt and you overwhelmed with debt, credit card debt, and it's getting to the point where you can't pay it, you might have to stop paying a card, a card or two just to pay off one whole card at a time. Try not to get it over 2 months late. But sometimes you have to take from one card payment to the other card payment to get stuff paid off. And when I know it's gonna mess up your credit and you're gonna have a hit, but when you talk to your people, and long as your stuff is paid off, all of it, they're gonna say, "Well, I seen a couple of times where you was 2 months behind on this or 2 months behind on this credit or card," and you say, "That's because I was paying off this card," and it shows that you paid off a card. It's gonna look better than you saying, "Okay, I couldn't pay none of them. All of them was negative, or all of them was I couldn't pay none of them," because if you don't have enough money to pay your thing because of inflation and all that stuff, and you don't have enough uh, money to pay your credit cards because of interest rates and all that stuff that they put on the cards. Because I know you can remember the time that you could pay your cars off, but because of inflation and because of interest rates on the card, the price of the credit card fees are way up. So now you can't pay them. So if you have to, only if you have to, stop paying two or three of them and pay a big chunk to one of them and then pay it off the next time if you have to. I'm telling y'all, that's sometimes you have to do that. And like I said, when they ask you about why you didn't pay this or why, and it take 2 years for that stuff, that negative stuff to come off your thing anyway. So it's all right. You have to take a hit, whatever you got to do. As long as you ain't trying to buy no house or nothing, you good. But if you are, just tell them, hey, I stopped paying these three because I had to pay this one off, so I can take off $100 off of my monthly bill every month, so I can pay the rest of them on time. So after this fourth month, after I didn't pay, a couple, switch them out. If you didn't pay two cards this time, don't pay the other two cards the other time, and start paying on that just so you won't be 3 months behind. And do it like that, and until you get out of debt, and then just pay it and don't keep charging that card. Throw them away if you have to. If you cannot discipline yourself to not use them except for gas and pay it right back, then give your card to somebody that's able to keep your card and not give them to you for real until you totally out of debt and mean it. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say to y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate everybody, and I know y'all see my TV. This is for all the people who've been watching me on your TV. I appreciate y'all for real, for real, for real, for real. Make sure y'all sipping it slow. All right.